Now, yesterday there were some posts by the Kamala Harris HQ account that led people to start talking about 2028 and the nomination for president of 2028. And they were speculating that Kamala Harris could potentially be making a run in 28. Now, we haven't gotten confirmation one way or the other whether or not she has ruled out a run in 28. However, it's way too early for us to be looking at 2028. With the exception of Donald Trump in 2022, we have never had a candidate declare or even really come out saying, I'm going to run or I'm thinking about running or anything prior to the midterms. Donald Trump was the clear front runner going for the Republicans as long as he wanted the nomination for 2024, basically right after 2020. Republicans didn't do enough to back away from Donald Trump. But other than Trump, most of the time, you do not get a front runner or even people talking about running actively. Usually it would come up about July the year before a presidential election, which in this case would be around July-ish or sometime over the summer of 2027. And then they would be working toward, going for it, talking about it. They'd be, running a potential campaign for a primary up until primary season. And then after that, you would have the primary and then build into the general election. It is far too early for us to be looking toward 2028. As much as we want to have a different president, as much as we want to have a change at the top, and we are excited for that kind of a change, whoever the Democrat, if there was a Democrat that came out right now and announced a candidacy or a campaign and trying to overshadow the midterms, you're about setting them up for failure, right? It is far too early. Anybody who is front of the class for the nomination at this point, which is mostly Gavin Newsom, I think they are peaking too early. And even Gavin Newsom hasn't said he definitely wants to run. People are just assigning that to him. We are far too early for 2028. Let's focus on 2026, the midterms, and putting some power back in the hands of the Democrats so they can rein in this administration, and then we can worry about 28.